Welcome everyone, this is Master's Joke, also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. So today I'm opening up the German mechanic from Raiders of the Lost Ark, the famous Pat Roach from Auf Wiedersehen Pet. I absolutely love him. I think he's a fantastic actor and he was great. He was brilliant in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and also I didn't realise that he also appeared in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. He was one of the baddies who was one of the baddie guards who was looking after the slave children. And I think he's the guy who he gets his turban caught in the rollers, and it's the rollers that, you know, they use it because it was a mine, wasn't it? They use it to kind of break up the rocks. And he's the guy who gets flattened in the rollers. And I remember that scene so well because I remember seeing Temple of Doom in the cinema, but then I had the Temple of Doom. It was a comic book of the actual movie, and there is the scene with, you know, I mean, I didn't realise it was Pat Roach at the time, but there is the scene in the comic book. And you see the blood and short round. Honestly, it's brilliant. So I think that's why I love Temple of Doom so much. Temple of Doom is my favourite Indiana Jones film out of all of them. Even though it's a prequel, isn't it? It's set before Raiders of the Lost Ark. But I just think it's great. That might have something to do with me watching it in the cinema. That could have something to do with it. But I just thought it was great. I also loved the computer game, which I remember playing. I played it. It was at Butlins. I was at Butlins, Bognor Regis with my family, and it was at the back of one of, you know, when you go and watch a show at Butlins, the actual game, was it I can't remember if it was Atari, was right down the back, and it was the actual, you know, where you put the money slots, they were broken. You could only put 50p in, but I think you got 3 goes for 50p. And I remember like spending my pocket money with my older brother and playing it. And I was lucky enough to be able to play it at the Pixel Bunker in Milton Keynes. It's one of the retro games they've got there, including the Star Wars game from the 80s where you sit in the X-Wing cockpit. That place is amazing. Right next to, well, it's in the same location as the National Film and Sci-Fi Museum. Highly recommended. But yeah, this movie, well, Temple of Doom means a lot to me, but also Raiders of the Lost Ark, as I mentioned in my previous video with Tot, the actual, I had the book and tape, so I used to listen to the story every single night, and I've listened to it recently, and the voices are just brilliant, the acting's fantastic. But yeah, Pat Roach, Auf Wiedersehen Pet, again, a fantastic series. And the building site, I remember watching the first series of Auf Wiedersehen Pet, because he played Bomber with my family. Because you used to do that back in the day. You used to watch telly with your family. And the building site from Auf Wiedersehen Pet, I just always assumed it was filmed in Germany, because a lot of the scenes were filmed in Germany for Auf Wiedersehen Pet, the series 1. But the actual building site, it was in Boreham Wood, which was the location of the original Albert Square from EastEnders. Who knew? Because if you look closely, if you are an Auf Wiedersehen Pet fan like I am, I even enjoyed the new series with Noel Clarke playing. He played the son of what was his name? I can't remember his name. The Cockney guy, but. If you do watch series 1 of Auf Wiedersehen Pet, you can see Canterbury Flats in the background, and Canterbury Flats is also famous because at the top of Canterbury Flats was the home in the movie of the young guy in Clockwork Orange, and I only saw that film for the first time last year because I know it got banned for quite a while. But yeah, definitely check it out. Look, you know. Let's be honest, you're not really watching this video for the figure. This figure's been out for ages. You know, I'm always late to the party. But £5, let your eyes be your guide. obviously based on the original Kenner release. I do think that the colour tone of the figure is a bit, I don't know, it's a bit kind of, he doesn't look well, does he? Pat doesn't look well in this actual action figure. Well, I don't think he looks well, but I'm going to get him opened up. So as I mentioned in the previous video, so I've got the Indiana Jones. I've got him on card. He's on display in what's left of the toy room. Top, great figure. Really happy with him. Pat Roach today, the German mechanic. Belloc was delivered. There was loads of veins on his. What did I say? I actually said dick veins. I remember opening them up. I said, yeah, he's full of dick veins on the card back. But the figure itself is brilliant. That's why I opened him up. The figure is brilliant. It's got so many accessories and it's proper quality. And then you've got Marion, which I picked up from Lame, and you get the little monkey as well. And what's it? Marion and Belloc, as well as Short Round. They're the only figures I've opened. I need to get an indie to open. They're in Jabba's Palace, in what's left of the toy room. But £5, let your eyes be your guide. Great figure. As I said in the previous top video, I'm not going to open this like it was Christmas 1985 because I didn't even know they made Raiders of the Lost Ark figures. But it's such a wonderful scene. It's such a wonderful scene when, well, I say it is, but when Pat gets sliced to bits by the propeller of the German aeroplane. But and also, I remember the first time I went to MGM Studios, which is now Hollywood Studios in Florida, Orlando. And I remember watching the Indiana Jones show, and it honestly, it blew me away. It absolutely blew me away. I just took loads of photos of that holiday, the year 2000, the first time I went to America. Blew me away. And I remember seeing it again 3 years later when I went back. And I wanted to take my son. When I went to Galaxy's Edge, because obviously it's called, it's not called MGM anymore, it's called Hollywood Studios. When I went to Galaxy's Edge, my plan was to, because my son hasn't seen it, take my son to see the Indiana Jones show, because it's exactly the same, but it's fantastic. And we got there so early. Like I was there at rope drop. I've never been to Disney for rope drop in my life, but I was just so busy building droids and building lightsabers. I didn't get a chance even to go to the other side of where the Tower of Terror is. So I missed out on a lot of. Well, there's not a lot there, is it? Let's be honest. MGM Studios is like one of the smallest parks, but it's got Star Wars. And yeah, and I didn't get to visit the Star Wars Museum either. And I know they're going to get rid of that. You know where the backlot tour used to be, and that was fantastic as well. So did that for the first time in the year 2000. So yeah, saw the Golden Girls house. I'll tell you what, I can't wait to go to Disneyland Paris. Honestly, I can't wait. But yeah, I'm just gonna. I didn't have these in 1985, so I'm gonna just open this figure. It's not loose at all. It's not. Well, I say that. Look at that. It's actually got a bit of a looseness there, but let's open this up. And there is Pat Rice. Pat Rice, former Arsenal captain and assistant manager to Arsene Wenger. Pat Roach is what I meant. There he is with his tool, with his big tool. So I'm gonna get him out of the bubble tray. We'll take a look at him in more detail, and also look at his wrench as well. But I think he's great. I really love him. Really love him, and I love the character as well. So yeah, I'll get him out of the bubble and have a proper look. Right, so there's Big Pat and his big tool. I think he's alright. I think he's a decent looking figure, and to me, it really does look like Pat Roach, not Pat Rice, Pat Roach. Really does look like him, especially looks like the character as well. From, you know, he looks like the German mechanic, even though he's a retro figure. He looks like the German mechanic. He's got the old articulation in the legs. He's similar to Tot. He feels weak in the legs, but it's not, you know, it's not really a toy, is it? This is for collectors who just love the Indiana Jones movies. If you have a look at the wrench or his big tool, it's not the best bit of plastic, but it's just a little accessory, isn't it? Because he doesn't hold his tool for very long, because then he's fighting Indy. But he's got some nice detail on his on the back of his pants with the double. Is that no? There's a pocket on the. Well, it'll be on the back of his right leg. So there's a pocket there, and it looks like there's a couple of maybe some tools, or is that? No, it's 2 pockets. So he's got 2 pockets at the back. He's got his work boots on. Honestly, it's a great figure, and he's got such a strong masculine moustache as well. I love him. I think it's a really good figure. So I'm going to get Tot. I'm going to set him up next to Tot. But one of the features that it comes with, as per the actual card. What would you call this? I don't know what this pose would be. It doesn't say on the back. But if you put his arm up, he can whack Indy, or he can whack something. Great figure. So what I'm going to do, like, I love him. Honestly, I think he's great. He's definitely another 10 out of 10 figure. But I'm going to set him up with his tool next to Tot and just see what he looks like. What an amazing figure! I'm really chuffed by the German mechanic and Tot as well. They make me happy. Honestly, these figures make me happy. I would have loved them back in the 80s, but then again, I would have loved Star Wars figures back in the early 80s because I hardly had any, did I? I had to wait till Christmas 1985 to buy them all up at reduced prices in Tesco's. But yeah, really happy. I'm surprised how they make me feel. I honestly feel really, I don't know, they give me joy. But it just reminds me of a wonderful time that I had back in the 80s. I think I am reflecting on life a lot more now. Now I'm days away from the big one. I am reflecting on life and what I've done and stuff. And it is weird, but these make me happy, and because they make me happy, I might look out for a few others to open, you know, and to play with. Because buying stuff to put away, as I've said before in previous videos, I don't really have much time left. Let's be honest, I don't have much time left, so I need to enjoy this stuff now, which is one of the reasons why the Grand Moff Tarkin and that game, I'm going to open it up because I'm really interested. I know the game is a re-release, but Tarkin is a brand new sculpt. I'm really looking forward to opening that up. But that is the end of the video. 10 out of 10 for Pat Roach. Same score for Tot. £5 at Lame. Let Your Eyes Be Your Guide. Highly recommended. Really happy. But that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I go on a bit, but you know, I like to reminisce about the past, and I do like a bit of nostalgia. But yeah, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.